Hey, what is going on there YouTube? This is the Gaming Guy, and today I am bringing to the week 18 full drop list for this spring-summer season. Now obviously there are only a couple of weeks of the season left, so as of that we're getting a lot of items this week, including the summer teas. Now there have been mixed sort of feelings about the summer teas. I'm positive towards a couple of them, but some of them aren't really for me. But we will get into that in a minute, so yeah, let's just get into this drop list. Obviously, I haven't done a drop list video in quite a long time, and obviously I've just started back on them as the season is coming to an end, but oh well, let's get straight into this. Okay, so we're going to kick things off on Supreme first, just with the news side, just because this is where the summer teas are going to appear under. So obviously the main or head focus for one of the summer teas this week is the Buju Banton tea. Now I am not going to act like I have listened to their music before, because I haven't. The main thing that I do know about them is that they're a massive influence in Jamaica in general and within the sort of reggae music scene. So that is all I know. I'm not going to act like I know every single thing. The one thing that I did want to point out is that down here it says this spring Supreme has worked with Buju Banton on 2 t-shirts. If I've said the name wrong, I've said the name wrong. Apologies. But yeah, they've worked on 2 t-shirts. So just keep that in mind when we go on to this. So obviously we have the photo tee itself, but then when you go past that, there isn't anything else. Like, we don't see anything different to that. So there is going to be another tee that we'll be releasing, obviously. Going through the other summer teas, we have the Greetings tee, we then have the Reaper tee, which a lot of people are waiting for. And it has a bit more than just the piece itself. It has some like little edge or like outline border to it. From there we have the It Gets Better Every Time tee, we then have the Shears tee, we then have the Cloud tee, and the Bela Lugosi tea, and from there we have the Dynamite tea, which is one of my favourite teas personally. I want to get it in a white colourway because I think it looks really cool, and it's one of those pieces that I personally feel is going to be worth something at some point in time. I think it's just a cool tea. So let's go on to the drop list now for this week. Normally I would be doing my sort of editing for it, but I'm not too well at the moment, to be honest. So yeah, I'm just going to be going through it with the Supreme community way, and I will leave the link to that in the comments section. So let's run through everything. The top item for this week is obviously the Mocha Express. I'm not even going to attempt pronouncing the name of the company, even though it might be just be Bialetti. The one thing that does irritate me about this piece is that the sort of stencil for Supreme is cut off. Like, I thought that this was a mock-up at first, until I then had to actually double check and go onto Supreme and see that there's like a column going along this sort of area. The piece just shows that the S is cut off and the E is cut off, which for me, I'll just go with it, to be honest. I'm not going to be going for it, so I'll just go with it. The next piece is going to be the Grand Prix Camp Cap. I don't see this staying at the top for too long, because obviously the summer teas are out, and when people start to see them, they will start to take to the top of the drop list. Personally, I was a fan of the Grand Prix pieces that they did release, and I can see this getting the same sort of reception. Other than that, we have this towel, which obviously you can read what it says. I'm not going to be going for it because I've already got the Bela Lugosi towel, so yeah, that is just plain and simple for me. I really do like this towel though. There is a main reason for that, which you can obviously tell, but I think it's just a really clean towel. Obviously, we then have the summer teas, which will just go straight to the top of the list probably. They might not overtake the Mocha Express, but they'll probably be near enough to that. So then we obviously have the photo tee, which I will be going for in grey, and then the Dynamite tee in white is what I'm going to be going for. With this piece, it's not really for resale or anything. Personally, I just think it'd be a nice piece just to store away and keep safe, and yeah, that's why I'll be going for it. Probably won't get it, but still it's worth going for. Next on the list we have the Terry Jackyard logo short. I don't really know how I feel about Terry material. Obviously it's normally like towel material, so I don't know how I feel about this. If they made it into a water short, actually no, that would not work. A water short would not work at all. So maybe it will work as a short, I don't know. I don't know how people are going to feel about it, to be honest. They haven't really put any sort of way to vote for the colours. Personally, I think that probably the black, or maybe the sort of teal colour might stand out as one of the better ones, but I don't know how people will feel about that, to be honest. We then have the Contrast Stitch Crusher. I thought that this dropped a while ago, but clearly it hasn't. It hasn't got great feedback either, as you can see. Personally, the like chocolate chip camo, I think they call this, is okay, but I think that the blue is probably the best colourway out of all of them. With the Bela Lugosi Tea, I like the towel. I think this is a cool piece as well. Personally, I probably would have liked to see the graphic on the back, because then you can blur it up a bit more so that it's a bit more seen. And then maybe have just put the text possibly over the left chest or over the centre or something. And then, yeah, had the full piece on the back, but still it does look nice. We then have the nylon water short. That cherry colourway is just going to fly, I'm pretty sure, because I've seen so many people talk about it and mention it and say that they're going to be going for it. I just think also it's a swimming short, they're swimming trunks, you know. They're definitely going to be bought quite quickly and that will sell. Even in the sort of dark brown colourway, they will go, but I'm definitely thinking the cherry colourway is going to just go. The black cherry colourway is just going to go. We then have a waffle short sleeve top. It's going to be a premium tee clearly, so that is just a no from me. Just because it's a premium tee, the price would be up on it. If it was just a tee, then it would have been cheaper, but yeah. I don't know whether or not people are going to buy these because I don't see anything and I can't really read that bottom corner. But yeah, it doesn't look like anything crazy overall. We then have the mini floral rayon short sleeve shirt. Obviously, I'm a massive fan of anything to do with floral or flowers sort of patterns. These stand out quite a lot for me. The front colour is actually quite damaging to my eyes, but I do think they are actually quite nice, and I'm sure people will probably go for them, or like 1 or 2 sizes might go in them, but we'll have to wait and see. We then have the Shears Skateboard. To be honest, it's probably like the least interesting for me. I think that only the blue colorway stands out quite well with it. The others don't really do anything for me. If they release like actual shears as an accessory, maybe people will have gone into this a bit more, but I don't see the whole point. They're trying to do like what they've done in the past with some of the releases, but I just don't think it's going to work with this. Like they did with the Mendinian, you've got the guns and things. I just don't think this is the same sort of thing, so yeah. We then have the Foulard Polo. Wow, okay. I'll be honest, this is just a bit of a yikes for me. Maybe the front colorway is okay, but yeah, I'm just going to move ahead from that. We then have the knit stripe tank. What? The knit stripe tank top. If it was like a gilet, maybe it would have gone down a bit better, but a knitted tank top, jeez. I really don't know how to feel about that. I'm just going to move ahead, to be honest. We then have an unseen Mophie charger that's going to be releasing this week. It's really just a standard thing that they release like a Mophie charger every season. I sold mine like during October because I had it for a year and it just didn't go up in price because they obviously released more Mophie chargers. So yeah, I don't really know how these pieces do, but I'm sure that it will probably sell out. We then have the Pinhole short sleeve shirt. It's just a button-up shirt. I think it looks like it's embroidered just there. There looks like there's text embroidered in the same colour as the shirt. But apart from that, it's not really my sort of piece. We then move on to the summer tees. Obviously, the Dynamite tee, you know, that's the piece that I'm going to be going for in the white colourway for sure. I just think it's a really, really clean piece. The others don't really do too much for me. If this Greetings graphic was a bit bigger, I think it might be a bit better. But it's sort of like the Ghost Rider size. I wasn't really a fan of the size of the Ghost Rider like piece. I think if it was a bit bigger, it would have been like more appreciated, but yeah. And obviously for the second tee out of the photo tee, it is going to be called the Awake the World tee. So we're just going to wait and see how that is when it literally drops. So yeah, that is going to cover the drop list for this week. There are quite a couple of items dropping, as you can see. How many are there actually dropping? So there are 22 items dropping this week overall. And yeah, I think that's quite a decent amount for once for one of the weeks. And most of the items, or majority of the items, are actually pretty good. Obviously, a lot of people are disappointed by the summer tees, but to be honest, I think that they're quite decent. Like, I don't think that they're bad. I think they're actually quite decent. But we're just going to have to wait to see how they do when it comes to the actual drop time. I want this tea to go like under the radar, like just disappear. That's all I want it to do, because I really just want to get one in the white colorway. I definitely want to try for the photo tea, just because I'd love to just store that away and keep that like just safe, because I like to do that with a couple of pieces that I've picked up over like the last couple of years. I just like to just put them in like a sealed bag, just leave them be. I did the same with the 20th anniversary taxi driver tea. I've got that. It's not even in my size, but I just remember picking it up. I just wanted to store it away, so that's what I did. So yeah, I'd like to do that with this piece as well, and then I'd like to keep the dynamite tea as well to store away too. But that is going to cover this video. If you enjoyed, a like be much appreciated. Other than that, thank you for 8,800 subscribers. As always, let me know your thoughts down below, because yeah, I'd like to know what other people... I keep like yawning and then burping. It is terrible. So as always, let me know your thoughts down below. I'd like to see what everyone else is feeling for this week. I know a lot of people are going to be going for this, the top item, but we'll have to wait and see what other items go to the top or take the top spot at a later time, probably tomorrow. But yeah, that is going to cover the video. What summer teas are you going to be going for? Or if you're not going to be going for any summer teas, what are you going to be going for from the list? And yeah, I will see you on Thursday for a live cop, unless I do anything like stream and talk about the drop tomorrow, which I don't normally do, but I could do. But yeah, I'll see you all next time. Peace.